That's
Remember
it.
that? Are we doing it?
Yeah.
Hello. And welcome to, are you going to say first episode, I guess? Or
We already said first episode.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a limited amount of time, by the way.
Yeah, so this is going to be our little podcast experiment. And this is Elegant Profanity.
Episode 1.
So today, we've got Eddie Adams from... What's the name of your bed, Eddie?
What's the name of my bed?
Your band.
Chain Smoking Hags.
Chain Smoking Hags.
What's the name of
Chain Smoking Hags.
And that beautiful voice is his brother.
Is a chain smoking hag.
Oh, I am a chain smoking
That
hag.
ear gold you're
That's
hearing.
Hank Adams. I keep looking at that timer.
Ear
I feel
gold,
like
that's just earwax.
I feel like I'm...
If that's what you have to focus on, like that's the audience. It's all
Yeah,
just that.
I feel like
You
I'm
have plenty
Kiefer
of ear
Sutherland
gold.
watching his life instead of 24 in 1 hour.
Boop. Boop.
Right.
So it's like
Boop.
like Benjamin Button meets Jack
Without
Bauer.
the semen, I think. Essentially. Because Benjamin Button turned into nut at the end.
When was he a sailor?
Benjamin Button, yeah, he was a sailor for a little bit.
He was also a slave.
I don't remember.
Remember?
That. I was drunk when I saw that movie.
Those group of slaves adopted him at that church.
What?
Have y'all not seen the
I've
movie?
never
Yeah,
seen
but
that
I
movie.
remember that part.
I don't know. No one
You're
remembers that
thinking
movie.
of 12 Years a Slave.
It might have been that. Or it could have been Kevin Hart's last special.
I walked out of that movie with so much white guilt. I never want to see that movie again. Shit I've never done before, and I'm just walking out trying not to meet the eyes of any black guy.
Does anyone else think it's racist when black guys buy white out?
No, not at all.
I don't know, just a thought.
Unless they go home and they paint their white face.
Well, it makes complete sense for all the typos when writing and spelling. It's tricky.
That's super racist.
So this is hour.
Yeah, what's not to do with it?
So, you got open mic tonight.
Yeah.
Where are you doing open mic at?
Goat Lips Deli.
I like how you're talking into the bottle like it's a microphone. It's definitely not.
Go Lips Deli's a really nice place. We got pretty good food. Good beer.
We used to go there when I worked.
Send a check too.
Yeah, exactly. Send it to Hank. I'll make sure he gets it outside from his,
Just let
from
me
his
get a free
mobile.
sandwich when I get up there, yo.
That's
Bring
what he
it-
always gets away with. He always says, I've got a mobile app. I already paid for it on the mobile app. Let me go get my
Yeah,
phone.
there you go. That'll be used.
Yeah.
Who owns Goat Lips? Do you remember?
Guy named Larry.
Really?
Yeah, Larry Cohen.
Is it the same person that's-
Yeah.
I remember him like back in UWF days. There was pretty good parties there. I like that place. And the food
Yeah.
was,
They
food
got,
was
a, they got a
great.
good setup there. I like the way that they got like the little back porch area.
And that's one of the best parts about the cold weather now is they actually have a little fire out there.
Oh, really?
You can keep warm around.
It's not just those giant poles
And
that
it's
do nothing.
No,
open
they've
mic,
got
so
it closed
whoever
in during the winter.
wants to step on stage, play whatever they want, sing whatever they want.
I heard that Eddie told me they do comedy there.
Yeah, you can do comedy.
You know what? Savannah asked me when she said she was coming if they were gonna do comedy.
Oh, if people show up to do it, but it's just like not
No
many
one ever
people-
shows
yeah,
up
yeah.
to do it.
But I mean, I've seen people do it though.
I bet you could do spoken word or poetry. I'm gonna be a beatnik. Go up there, wear a black beret, you know. I need somebody to play the bongos behind me.
I
feel
the wind as it caresses my breast.
The bees run from their nests. The bees run from their nests.
Cha. Garatata.
And then you gotta snap. Everybody snaps.
You sound like Grafiki off of Lion King.
I like how you can't do that.
It sounds wild through here.
This is the most unattractive blowing anybody's ever heard on the internet.
Oh, I don't know.
Big bearded blowers.
I heard there's Amish
That sounds like a
porn.
porno site.
Amish porn. I heard about that today.
Bearded blowers?
Bearded blowers.
Probably. With no mustachios.
How
They
do-
don't do... Amish don't rock mustaches.
No,
no.
they do not.
Because the juices savor in their lips.
No, the reason they don't rock mustaches, true story, they're related to the military.
Is that true?
Yeah, so anything
What are
to
you
do
telling-
with the military, the Amish people don't want anything to do with the military.
Well, whenever you're in the military, though, you have to shave every day.
No,
No,
you can have a
no.
mustache.
In the military, you
That's
have
the one thing they'll
certain
let you have is a
So they're
mustache.
against
mustache. There's
mustaches.
actually a certain, there's 3 or 4 beard types that you're allowed to have.
Wait, we're talking about the Amish, right?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
well,
Well, how is that linked to the military?
They want nothing to do
No,
with the
the
military.
mustache. They shaved their
So
mustache.
they
It's all
they
conformity.
shave the mustache.
Oh,
too.
okay.
So
I
they're-
heard linked. I'm like, what's the
so they're-
connection
they're
there? Like,
so
what are they
against
doing in the Amish
military, they
community?
won't rock a
Exactly.
mustache.
They're non-conformist in a conformist fashion.
What about in November? Did they grow a mustache?
No, they
So
don't
they'll-
have.
They don't support cancer.
They don't support cancer.
They don't have cancer. That's
They
why.
don't even believe in cancer.
They don't believe in it.
And I don't. To
What?
tell you the truth, I don't think anybody should support cancer.
I don't think so.
It's not a good thing to support. You should support maybe foundations to help cure cancer. That would make more sense to support those.
I'm almost on the fence of
I'm not.
cancer
I'm
doesn't.
gonna have to do research on that one.
I'm on the fence about cancer because I'm starting to wonder.
I've never met this cancer fuck, and I heard that
That's
he's myrtleizing everybody.
I wish that we had some type of way to figure out how much people donate to cancer foundations every year.
What do you want, like a pie graph?
I would like one.
Wait.
Preferably a pie graph. Maybe a pie from down the road. I'd enjoy a pie right now. But good, that's fine.
I imagine there is.
But no, this thought is how many since first cancer arrived, probably like a few years ago. out of the fact I read on Wikipedia.
Everything
Okay.
on the internet's true.
Right. So you're thinking of billions of dollars every year, I would imagine, gets donated to cancer foundations, and still people dying all the time from cancer. The only thing you can do is bake you in a microwave. But when Hitler tries to get rid of the Jews' cancer, he's all of a sudden crucified.
Well, it wasn't like it was more like a problem.
They're trying to.
It wasn't cancer just kills people. Jewish people were just a problem.
Do you think Jewish people
No,
make good
Travis.
popcorn?
No, Travis. You missed his point. When he said the Jews have cancer, he meant they were like a plague, like the people themselves. Not they really had cancer.
I was thinking he was thinking of Scorpio, Taurus,
No.
Cancer.
No. I mean,
I thought he was big into
he thought they were.
what is that called?
The sky.
The sky. He's big into sky theories.
Anytime anybody talks about cancer, I just think about Tom Green telling me to rub my balls.
Oh my gosh, that's forever.
See how
Remember that?
awful
You
that
guys
was.
remember
How
that?
awful that was. Do you remember any other?
Oh, dude, I check my balls for cancer daily now.
But do you remember any other campaign for cancer? That was the best.
That
was the best
They
one
should have
for me.
played it. They should.
Other than that, you got Lance Armstrong cheating.
Yeah.
There should be comedians making fun of different things
Of
that are
ball cancer.
horrible to bring money to it.
That would be a good
Speaking of
premise.
9/11,
That's all you. I'm not.
but fill your balls if you don't want to get cancer.
You said Phil, not feel.
Fill.
And I was like, fill my balls?
Like Phil,
Fill my balls?
Phil McCracken.
Fill up my balls?
Empty. Your ball.
Anyways, so you been playing at the handlebar? What have you been doing?
Yeah, playing at Handlebar, Sluggos. We played at the. We actually played Captain Fun's last night. And,
Really?
Yeah.
How was that? Drink special is outrageous, right?
Well, you get vouchers like when you're a band, and I had three of them, and it's like $5.
So they give you coupons if you're the band?
Yeah, it's like basically
Monopoly
that's
money.
how I felt. And then it's
Pulls out
$15, and I buy me and someone else a beer,
That's
Two of your
odd,
vouchers
right?
are gone?
and no, all three of them are gone.
How does that work? You get one voucher for one drink?
No, it was because it was $15 worth of beer or whatever.
$15, whatever you want.
Yeah.
So three $5 gift certificates.
Yeah. And so
But hey, I'm sure Chainsmoking Hags is very thankful for those vouchers.
Yes, oh, yeah,
and,
let's
for
say
that
that.
venue letting them play.
yeah, we'll go back there. Play.
Oh.
Actually, we are going to be back there in December.
Thank you,
December
Captain Funds.
26th.
December 26th.
Also, if you want to see any of your Alabama football games, apparently you hang out there. And they're not even a sponsor of this podcast. But hey,
Roll
Well,
Tide.
roll
Am I
Tide.
right? Am I right, boys?
we're from
It
the
seems
South.
like you and your band got popular fast. I remember even 4 years ago, maybe more. Travis, you were playing at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, way back.
Holy shit, I forgot
Way
about
back.
that.
Way
I remember
back.
you invited me out, and I couldn't
There's
make it or
6
whatever.
people there.
Yeah.
I
that
was
Way
there.
back, and that
I
was
went
my
there.
first memory. So I'm like,
Yeah.
that was just kind of something you went and did.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of like you're actually
Eddie
an
playing
actual
Chick-fil-A.
gig.
Well, see,
Yeah.
that wasn't the band exactly. This band that he recently got into. How'd you meet these guys?
Through you, Hank.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's what you wanted. that's all you wanted.
By the way, I'll take some royalties.
Yeah.
What should we send that to?
No, but yeah, I played gigs all by myself for a long time. And then last year, last year, middle of the year, I started a band called Beauty and the Beard, and that's the first band I ever like really gigged out
I
with.
fucking love that band. And
Was that?
it's really soft pussy music, but it's
Hot
awesome.
chick, right?
Yes, yeah. There's a hot chick in the band.
What
Right, and then the girl's also good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm the hot chick.
That's
Every
Eddie
time-
trying to
and
downplay
her
the girl.
name is.
Every time we have this joke, it's like, oh,
The love it meant to
I'm
be.
the beauty, she's the beard. I'm the beauty, she's the beard.
Do you always get a laugh at each time?
Yeah, and it's like a sad laugh too, because I'm like, this isn't even funny.
But you've done it so many times, you expect people to
Yeah,
laugh.
no, and they do. So I
Well,
started
it's cool.
that.
They go to the show expecting a beard, but they just see a beast.
Or actually, do you get this? Because like I've done stand up maybe 40 times,
Yeah.
and one night I'll have like some jokes that are working. Next night,
Yeah, just dead. It
but
does
like
nothing.
you say that same one each time. Does it always get a laugh?
Yeah.
I feel like Beauty and the
Someone.
Beard attracted a lot of females, and not so many males. With your new band, I see like a lot of people in the crowd. I know you guys laugh about that, but I look at that. A couple times me and Eddie went to see bands like the Civil Wars. We think it's a great band. We walk in and we're surrounded by 17, 16-year-old girls. A sea of them. There is nobody in the crowd but a bunch of 16, 17-year-old girls. And I'm wondering what that says about my musical taste.
Yeah.
Or it just says those girls are badass.
He's got a point.
Yeah.
But
That's what you have to go with though, even if it's not true.
yeah. So, actually, it's been almost a year now that I've been with Chainsmoking Hags, and I joined up with Chris and DJ. Chris plays drums, Chris plays bass, and DJ plays drums. You guys are looking at me like you're so inquisitive.
Fuck my finger.
And so we've been playing, and actually our first gig was at Captain Fun's the 26th of last year. And so we're playing there again on the 26th, which is really crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's an annual event put on by Pass the Good Entertainment, and
Say that again.
Pass the Good.
Pass the good. I thought I said Pascagoula.
Oh.
What is it? A musical event? A musical
yeah,
festival?
yeah. And then what they do is he does like
That's
a
for
bunch of different
train
styles of
hose.
music. So there's there's
Woohoo!
electronic dance music,
2
there's
more hours.
bands, there's jam bands.
Up and down. Where's it at? I mean,
It's at Captain Fun's.
Up and down.
And so that's where this is at. But we're moving and shaking, man. We just recorded our full-length album.
It's electric.
It's electric. That's what it's called.
What's the name of the album?
I think it's not
You
set in
haven't
stone.
made it. Well, don't say anything
So
yet.
I
If it's not in
I
stone,
think the
then-
guys are fine with it. Out of Smokes.
How to Smoke.
How to Smoke.
The Chainsmoking Hags' first album.
Out of
Out of
Smokes.
Smoke.
Yeah.
How about that? I like
Yeah.
that. Is that album cover? What are y'all doing as far as album art?
Our drummer DJ, he's real good at drawing, and so he's gonna draw something cool for us.
He's a good drawer.
Yeah.
Is he?
And so, hopefully, my idea was having a glove box and have it open, and have a gun, like a pistol, a half bottle of whiskey, and an empty carton of cigarettes. And I think that'd be a cool album
Out of
cover.
Smoke.
And then Out of Smoke's written on the dashboard.
Yeah.
So
That's my idea. If you guys want to go with it.
What is it?
Basically, they're gonna vote on it on Facebook,
hmm
and the other 2 guys don't have a Facebook, so
they can just go. They can go to Elegant Profanity on Facebook.
absolutely go to that for sure.
Where are they at right now?
Where are they? That's a good question. They disappear sometimes.
One, I think, was walking his dog outside. I think I saw him doing that, and then eat it maybe.
What is the? Is there any metaphor behind the cover? Because to me, it's like job done. My chamber's empty. I might have smoked. Done. Like a completion.
Or, depending on who you are, I need to go to the store again.
Yeah.
Or or it's like it's an odd.
If you're a chain-smoking hag, I mean, it's like, I'm on the road.
Or it's an odd way to. It's a visual grocery list.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Whiskey, cigarettes, and bullets. That's what you need, you know. No, I mean, honestly, it was just a cool idea I thought of. And that's where a lot of stuff in bands, like, you can come up with your own meaning behind things. Like Chainsmoking Hags, like, I joined them with that name. And they came
Who
up
came
with
up
that.
with the name though?
It was a friend of theirs, I believe. I can't. It's like one of those middle school names that you come up with. You're like, one day I'll be in a band that's called this, or
It's
like,
called Dim.
yeah, like,
Now,
yeah.
how long did they have the thing going before you started? Was there ever another guitarist?
No, there was no other guitar players, but they were playing. This is
It's
crazy.
not a good band then.
No, this is what's crazy is they were just
Then you just
playing
got Will
drums.
Ferrell and John C. Rawlings going boats and hoes.
You know what? They got a lot of views though, so that's not.
That's true.
Let's not slag
That's
off.
not Will
That's not.
Ferrell.
Yeah, that's sweet YouTube money.
Yeah.
Well, they had a big sound before, and that's what was crazy. I don't think they were even keen on the idea of a guitar player at all. They were just going to continue playing shows, drums and bass. That's what they've been doing for a long time. So when they brought me on, it was kind of like an audition, and I was nervous the first time, like super nervous. And honestly, the first time I didn't play that good because they were song structure. Chris writes some really intense songs, and so does DJ. Like, they have great song structure to what they're doing. And so I'm sitting there trying to keep up like the first time, and then I just think about the songs like while I'm practicing. So the next week when I come back, I'm starting to have parts written for them. And then at that point, we were like, okay, this may be something good here.
You being a more bluesy guy, though, was it weird to do more of like heavier stuff?
Well, the thing is, their stuff is based on a lot of like funk and punk type sounds a little bit. I think that's where, and we all listened to punk growing up, like all three of us. So we have an influence there.
See, punk is where I agree with you because you have a real pure rock and roll style that's almost primitive to a point. You got bluesy influences, I can hear that, but the rock and roll just comes out, and it comes out as something new and fresh. Like you were saying, they're the way they wrote their songs. It's different, but it's good.
Yeah, that blues influence, they have that too. I mean, they showed me like when it was like kind of meeting old friends, you know.
What are some artists that you would relate yourself to?
Well, see, the thing is, like...
No, I know that you won't relate yourself to other artists, but where do you get your influences?
Of course, Bone Thugs and Harmony would be the first that would
Well,
come
see,
from.
the thing is, where we get our influences and where what we sound like is two different things completely when it comes to our band. Like, my influences come in a lot of the other guys, too. I mean, like I said, it's like meeting old friends. They listen to the same stuff. So country music, that was huge, like old country, blues.
When you say old country,
yeah, like Johnny Cash type stuff. Like most
Waylon
people,
Jennings,
knows
Willie
those
Nelson.
names.
my father, some would say.
Yeah, your dad.
How old is everybody in the band? 'Cause that's gonna influence the.
They're both a little younger than me.
Which I'm not sure.
I'm
And
26.
Ed is 67. For those that don't know who Ed is.
Yeah, he looks vibrant.
So they're both a little younger than me. So we grew up, I mean, in a weird like NSYNC culture, you know, like
Yeah.
we were, that was given to us.
You guys listen to R&B, country, just everything. Get your hands on it.
Well, you two guys do a great cover of Usher, Let It Burn.
Yeah.
Also, Casey and JoJo's
Oh,
Crazy.
Dude,
Are you
we
being
used to do that
serious?
way back
I'm
in the
dead
day.
serious.
I don't even remember that shit anymore.
No,
That's
it's
funny.
yeah, you would.
Are you,
Yeah, you would.
Are you also musically inclined? Do you sing or do anything?
A little, not really. I don't practice enough. I really should.
But he did.
Yeah, I do.
He could still do something.
He can still do it. Hank can handle
Their dad is on the album, right? Playing the harmonica.
Yeah, he came in and did a track with us.
That's cool.
That was really awesome recording with him. Like, we had a good time. And what was really cool, man, we did that whole album and not trying to, we just were ready. Like, we came in ready. And we did most of the album in one day, cut a few more tracks the next day.
I remember you saying you were worried it was going to take a long time, like a few days, and that's why you had gathered up so much money and you needed to make sure that they spent all day at the house. But a day and a half, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Did you do it all at the house?
Yeah, it was all through Rancho Molino Industries. They do recordings, and so Jason Hester, he's the one who runs that.
Rancho Molino.
And he's good.
Did he cut everything for y'all?
Yeah.
Jason, he made you custom pedals at one time too.
Yeah, he makes custom guitar pedals too. So playing those through the amps, and actually I use those on the album. I use all of them on the album. So he can do like all this different stuff. We cut the album in 2 days. He's going to master and mix it as well. So he's going to kind of produce it a little bit, which is cool because I dig his stuff. He digs our stuff.
Actually, when I talked to him, he said that he was going to be doing it with Dick Trickle. You guys think I'm playing? You asked Jason Hester.
No, you're being serious.
Who else is producing it with him? They'll say Dick Trickle.
The greatest NASCAR driver.
He's
now.
more of an advisor while he is mixing mastering.
I hear he's kind of soft around the edges, but he's got a hard point. That's what I've heard about the guy.
The album's
Nice.
that whole process has to be exciting. Because I know when me and Travis were talking about this, even just the text messages, like, yeah we're setting schedule up for this. Like, it made it seem real.
Yeah.
Like, it went from just something that I kind of did, told people I do, to something that I'm actually doing.
Yeah.
It's exciting for sure.
Yeah, kind of like his sex life in a way. A lot of talking about it, but when you finally do it, wow. Regardless of how much it costs, it was amazing.
Well, the thing about it is I've had that excitement anyway for me every time we play a show for the last year because I love what they were doing before. And so coming on, joining them, and playing the same stuff they were doing, I was like, it was awesome sitting around being in a band that I like to hear. Even.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to do you guys like rehearse the banter you have back and forth, or is that just off the cuff? Because it's a lot of times it's funny as hell. You guys just talk on stage.
Oh, we just talk it. We don't rehearse any of that.
Is that like a comfort thing? Do you just feel a little more?
Yeah, I
being
mean,
able to speak out loud.
Yeah, it's like it just depends like what night it is. Like
a lot of bands go in there, they play, don't talk, and they're off stage.
Right. Most actually, even like big touring acts.
Yeah.
I would say rarely do they talk to each other. Maybe the crowd, but not to each other.
You don't want somebody in the crowd going, "Hey, we came here for the music, not your fucking banter."
Well, that's a difference.
But I actually enjoy that part of your show.
I seen Dave Matthews in Buffalo probably 4 years ago.
Moving on.
And no one cared.
Well, it was just Denny there.
And it was just me, a solo show. He didn't say a word.
He blew him afterwards. It was great.
My point was like, even a big band like that, he said maybe 5 words to the whole audience the whole time, and it was just song.
Similar to his lyrics in his songs.
And I wouldn't think Dave Matthews would be like that because he's done a lot of.
It was straight.
acting.
I'm very.
I thought.
Shows, yeah.
Is he an actor?
Yeah, he's. I know I've seen him on House. He's been in a couple movies.
I've never seen him before.
He does a lot of TV.
But Dennis, you're talking about that excitement. Yeah, I mean that's been there ever since recording that, getting in there, doing the album, and sitting there. Because the other guys, they weren't too like, they were excited about it, but I seen what Jason has done before.
Yeah.
And and I knew what was going to happen when we got in there. And the other guys are like, all right, we've messed around with kind of local people before, and we know what they can do. When we got in there, we were all in different rooms, headphones on, professional microphones, like real, like what you think of as a studio when you see those music videos in the studio still. And it was awesome. And I knew that was the experience we were going to have.
Yeah.
They had no idea. And so as soon as they got in there, it was like, okay, this got real.
Absolutely.
We got real.
Absolutely. It's and I'm gonna try to discuss this feeling or even sight with you since you've been on stage with like a light and you're doing the thing that you want to do. Like, to me, I had the experience where I could see one person's face and they were smiling, but this side was kind of blinded by the light.
Yeah.
Racked up like a douche. And
God, one of the last shows I went to, there was panties and bras being thrown on stage.
Which is the
and
common,
I was like,
thing
does this
that Eddie
happen all the
says.
time?
I'm not gonna say that hasn't happened some.
We've had former teachers throw their panties at Eddie in the school.
What?
For those of you guys who don't know, Travis and Eddie have went to school together for a long time.
That's true.
They've known each other since
You
they were
probably
11,
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Me and Ed actually got anger management in the 8th grade for having, this is true, for having a fake fight. Fighting was big in middle school, of course, bullying and whatnot. Ed has near about been the same size.
They're both performers.
Ed and Hank are, for those who don't know Ed and Hank,
look at the nearest wall. There you
go. These two guys are like two tanks.
Two doors.
Anybody who doesn't enjoy the interview, please don't go tell them face to face because bad things will happen to you. But so we're sitting there in the lunchroom and I tell Eddie, I say, hey, well, first of all, people think that Ed is he tells everybody his first day at school. He's a new kid. He says, I eat brains. Don't mess with me. And this kid's like 6'2",
wearing all black,
200 pounds,
wearing all black,
just
with a guitar on his back.
Right.
He carried a guitar on his back all through school.
So what do? I always pick that guy out and say, I would kind of be friends with that guy. You never know, Dane Cook, So we decide that yeah, we're gonna have. I tell him, I say, hey, after lunch, meet me at my locker. We're gonna have ourselves a good old fashioned fake fight. So he comes out. We're walking down I'm going around the cafeteria. Hey, soon as lunch gets out, me and old Big are gonna lock him up. We're gonna lock him up, baby. Ed's just sitting there being all mysterious and pale, and we start walking down the hallway, and there's a huge group of us, and we already planned this where Eddie's going to take a swing at me, I'm going to block it, I'm going to punch him in the shoulder, he's going to fall, it's going to be a whole thing.
David Goliath situation.
Right. Yeah. So we do this, and one of our teachers comes up after I hit him in the shoulder, which shows you how our youth is. A shot to the shoulder knocks people unconscious. Everybody, oh! And the teacher comes up. Oh, the big one, or the little one knocked out the big one. That's what he said. The little one knocked out the big one.
He's just saying that over and over,
over and over again, under his pistachio, because he wasn't an Amish. He wasn't. He was very Mario-ish.
Yeah.
And we got anger management for that. One of the funnier things that we did. That was a good time.
It was me, Bumps McGee. Good.
How's it going?
What is it? The Bumps McGee?
Yeah, well, no, it's not Bumps McGee. It's something else. Whatever.
What are you doing other than the band? What's going on?
Working.
Working?
Yeah. Trying to keep all these ladies straight on me.
I do try and get up with you, but it's a little hard. He's got his weeks planned out way ahead of time because he knows he has to do band things.
While he's doing band things, are you doing band things?
That's it.
Eating pieces of wood and taking lady friends back to your house for pleasure.
Oh no, I've got a few guns I've been working on.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm sanding down the stocks and cleaning them up.
Old rifles?
Well, yeah, I've never really been into, cleaning up guns and doing stuff with them, but...
I don't know much about them. I own two, don't know much about them. I just know in Florida, you gotta have one.
Yeah, it's one of those states. Yes,
you can literally kill anybody for any reason and it's okay.
Well, not
I don't think you're understanding the law properly.
Well, I saw a guy the other day get a pack of Skittles and a large sweet tea, and I thought, should I kill him?
I want that sweet tea and Skittles.
A guy did it and got away with it. That's all I'm saying. He had a gray hoodie on. He looked suspicious.
I feel like has this story been in the news? Is this?
You might have caught it.
I may have caught this
one.
Are you still doing your fantasy football thingies?
I'm still doing the fantasy football. I'm doing pretty well.
Oh, you fucking nerd.
I know.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I hate watching sports. I love playing them. And I mean, I do watch games from now and time to time. I do like the Saints, but don't
I think it's cute that when another grown man buys a jersey with another grown man's name on the back and wears it around,
like he owns you.
Yeah,
like you want him to go under.
No,
your
that's what it is. It's like he's trying to be him.
That's strange, though, right? Like,
that's why I only wear Peyton Manning jerseys. I want to be him so bad. I named my daughter Peyton.
You're tall enough, if there's a guy that's 4'11" walking around with his wife and he's wearing a Manning shirt on the back, I want to go slap him. You'll never be Peyton Manning.
Is it weird though that I make my wife pull footballs out of my butthole?
No, that's
okay.
Are they Nerf at least?
They're Nerf. Of course they're Nerf. No one could take cow leather
Actually,
behind
did you guys hear Travis's wife is leaving him? He bought a Kia Soul recently.
That's true.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
true.
dude, that Kia Soul, that does,
This podcast is brought to you by Kia.
Well, I like to go to the beach and roll my windows down and cruise around.
Then why
I get a lot of hits on
Memorial Day. You listen to Sheryl Crow a lot.
Memorial Day, it's a big winner.
Why, if you're gonna get a Kia, why didn't you just get like a...
Did you say big
Mazda
wiener?
Miata?
What did you say?
That would have been...
A Mazda Mianster.
I mean...
A good friend of
it's
ours.
A fucking flying brick, bro.
Bob Hart. Remember Bob Hart?
Yeah.
He's got a Mazda Mianster.
Hey, on average,
time.
how many times a week do you listen to Sheryl Crow?
It's my ringtone. Is that what you're asking? Sheryl Crow actually said that you should only use 3 pieces of toilet paper to wipe to conserve paper.
That's why I hate her, man.
Are you being serious?
That's a true fact.
There's a lot of people that say
I probably shouldn't say this, but my old lady's got a fucking bidet. I've never used the thing. Don't know how.
Are you serious?
Really?
Or why. I don't know if I would enjoy that.
You need to get in on that.
First of all, yes. Who installed
Yes.
Water shooting up your asshole? I don't,
it? Doesn't shoot up it though.
Yeah, well, I just feel
Well,
like
as
to
far
get
as-
to get shit off your asshole, it's gonna have some power behind it.
That's true.
Some Nerf Super Soaker stuff.
As far as me,
That's
That's
colonoscopy.
that's how I used to clean dog shit out of my sneakers when I was young. Because I would use a Nerf gun because the stream was small and powerful.
very powerful.
And you can get real close into the edges, so there's no shit.
Well, maybe that's what's going on way down in. There's the little guys down there.
I don't know.
And
I
with
just-
a big
I couldn't
spray.
It's like Hank
And-
Hill's urethra.
And I just, she's gonna fucking
You
kill
don't
me
make
for talking about that.
That's okay.
She loves it. I'm like, I don't know how it
Where,
works.
where
I
did
don't
she
wanna
get it
use
installed?
Oh, just try
Yeah,
it.
that's what I want.
She moved into a house that had it.
Oh,
What
no,
did she
no.
get?
Actually,
She
her
had it
father, her
installed.
father's a plumber.
So she
It's
by name.
It's his house. It's in his.
Oh, so I
Yeah.
thought she asked for it by name.
Oh no.
Because you got to question
Is there
that.
a company that makes bidets? Can you guys think of
I'm
the name
sure
of a
there
company
are.
off the top
I'm
of your
sure
head?
there's some French companies.
Johnson and Johnson.
Name a company that makes a toilet.
Johnson,
John.
like
John
Johnson Standard or something.
John.
American Standard.
Nobody
John
knows.
John Boy and Bill.
There you
American
go.
Standard.
Well, it's not like there's brands of toilets. There's
There
like,
has to be.
oh, here's the white one, and here's the
Here's-
off-white one.
I
What should
have,
we
I have
get?
been to houses where the toilets are just too small. I feel like I'm sitting way too low to the ground, knees up to my fucking elbows. It's not comfortable.
Eddie brings up a good point. Why are there only white toilets?
There's not just
There's
one. I've
not.
seen.
There's not.
I've seen pink,
There's a
black.
hotel
You've seen
downtown
pink and
called
white
Soleil.
Not together, but
I've
separate.
got
I've seen
drunk
black toilets.
downtown, didn't want to
The
drive.
fish house.
So I got a.
Because I'm
we
sure they
went
want to be
Soleil.
attached to this conversation.
The whole, well, yeah.
This is
The
literally
whole,
to the
the whole
toilet.
room, like all
Yeah.
the appliances
We're not-
and things are all black. The toilet's black. That toilet has to be clean because if you leave a fingerprint on it, you can see it.
Do you have? Are there like? But you don't go into Lowe's and say, okay, for instance, whenever you go into an
The
Apple.
majority are white toilets, but I'm
Right.
sure you can order
Well,
whatever
here's what I
color
want
you
to know.
want.
When you
Can
go
I get
into
an Asian or Hispanic toilet? I mean, is there any? Do they have
that's
different
true.
ones?
That's a little racism.
I don't
But I got
understand.
shit all over the white guy.
Because white and black are already racist names, but
That's true.
why
There's
why
not
do
enough-
we have to have
There's not enough
Hispanic
talk
and Asian?
about Hispanic and
It
Asian.
should be brown and yellow. Be hilarious.
Maybe we should
Black
slow
and
down.
yellow, black and yellow.
So that way it's black, white, brown, yellow. We're all colors.
Well, whenever you go into an Apple store and you have the
I
iPhones-
guess Caucasian and African American are what we're called.
Right, absolutely. You gotta
I'm
be
just
PC.
gonna start
You
calling
have to be PC,
Hispanic people are brown.
or the security guard will throw you out,
Asian people are yellow.
or yourself.
Polacks are egg white.
Whenever security guards come to throw you out of bars, they just politely ask you to leave.
Yeah, they
no.
like, fuck that. This is just an
That doesn't-
$8 job.
Usually I know the security guard. They're like, all right,
No, see, I don't think you know him. He makes friends with you. He's like, I can make friends with that guy because if something goes down, fuck it.
Do they
The
just
last
bring you an
time-
application?
The last time I was at the Azalea, I stepped on somebody's drink or something. They were outside.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
And
yeah.
their glass
no,
It's like King Kong
And this-
coming through the
this
stomping
guy
on the
That's
car.
exactly what happened.
This man with
actually.
many tattoos jumped in my face and he's like, "What the fuck?" He had tattoos on his face and the rest.
Which, see, that's scary though, because he makes bad
that's
decisions.
They already
that's
made
not,
that
that's
decision.
not scary.
And he's already made another bad decision by
Yeah,
approaching
But
me.
but the person who was bouncing there was a little fella named Kirk, and he just kind of stood at the edge and was waiting for us to fight. I'm like, dude, I don't want to fight you. Look, I'll buy you another drink. You want a hug? You want a hug? That pissed him off quite a bit
I will
more.
crush you with my hug.
Coming in my trap.
Well,
Acting friendly.
But the next day I actually saw him and he told me he was way too drunk and I'm sorry. Saw him at a different party.
He was holding a sign out on Navy and Cervantes,
No,
legs broken.
in a wheelchair.
he had a night where he got drunk and fell asleep somewhere and woke up feeling bad. So
That'll happen.
He got put all over the internet too. 'Cause
I'm
I
not
saw
sure where
that.
that-
I don't
Did it
even know
really?
that dude.
all right,
I don't even know that
if it
dude.
was on the internet, he got wasted and fell off his bicycle in the middle of the street and fell asleep.
Just
and woke
straight in the road.
in an ambulance.
Oh no.
Somebody called for him, and he jumps up. And he's got needles in him, and he just threw him off and jumped out the back of the ambulance.
So he
What?
went viral.
Yeah,
he was viral.
He's patient
It
one.
was on
Yeah,
Facebook.
no
I wouldn't say viral, but
He had the T virus.
Yeah, but that's a
there
crazy
were, there
story,
were
though.
numerous people who were driving by and saw a drunk guy and took a picture. There were different pictures.
Way to go,
of him.
America.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, I
We see
mean-
somebody laying down the middle of the
Let me get
street.
it on Facebook.
I've
Where's my
watched.
camera?
I for
I
real
watched-
saw that on Facebook.
Oh, I'm
Like,
happy.
Somebody liked a picture from somebody that I don't know.
But I wasn't.
Or
I didn't
whatever
mean to
it
step on
showed
his
up.
drink. I was drunk. I was walking. The drink was on the ground.
No, this is what happens every time Hank fight and I've been around. I'm like, I'm not pushing Hank off of them. I'm telling the other guy, I'm like, hey man, I don't think you should do this.
I don't know if you want to ruin your night.
Like, I'm telling you, like,
Your next several
See,
nights.
you're exaggerating. I'm not gonna like kill somebody or stab.
It's the
them.
implication.
Well,
And-
it's
and-
the implication.
And,
exactly.
and I've been beat quite a few times in fights. I've got my head kicked a couple times, and I've
Who's
been
kicking
beat.
you in the head?
I got kicked in the head.
I
Yeah,
used to
but
be
you gotta
friends
figure,
with
I
that
think
guy.
you
I
fight
got in a
proportionally,
fight with
so
like
it's not
3
like a
guys
guy like
one
me.
time,
Were you laying
and
down?
it was at a bar, and well, no, I actually got hit in the gut by a foot, and then I was on my hands and knees, and all I remember is seeing a boot, and then I woke up later.
Speaking of booze,
Nobody
Most
around.
people
Hank's
don't.
been
Most
passing
people
around
don't remember
boot,
their birth
bourbon,
moment.
bullet whiskey.
It's not boot bourbon. I keep a flask in my boot. It's you know, sometimes
You
just
sound
get
like a pirate.
Boot bourbon bullet whiskey.
Yeah.
Also
I
sponsors of
feel
the
like I
podcast.
got myself or something. Hey, I'm sorry.
Sponsors this podcast.
Keep whiskey.
Eddie's gonna be playing our intro music eventually. We don't know yet what that's gonna be, but it'll be something by Eddie.
You be playing that?
Are you gonna play anything tonight?
I can.
What are you gonna play? A
What
specific
songs-
song?
Hey, that'd be awesome.
Well,
You got something off your upcoming album that you're gonna be putting out, or
I
something
do.
old, something new, something borrowed, something blue? What is it?
It's something a little blue. It's actually kind of a sad little
Is that one
song.
of those wedding things that you do?
That was.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
similar.
no, I
He has
got
to
one.
be
Yeah, I
married
got
to
one.
his music.
That was our secret sponsor for the night, Bed Bath & Beyond. If you're not registered, make sure you register at Bed Bath & Beyond. A new beginning for a horrible future.
And the beyond is out there.
What's
way
in
out
the
there.
Beyond section at Bed Bath &
The mic-
Beyond?
There you
remote
saw
control.
Click.
Remote
That's
control.
true. It's Christopher Walken.
See,
It's
Christopher
Christopher Walken,
Walken
that's right.
is in the Beyond. That was a perfect cast.
He's the only thing in beyond. He's just Christopher Walken.
That store makes me mad because they're like, this is on sale
No,
for $50, and it's a
what kind
towel.
of guitar are you playing? I mean, what's your setup here?
It's just a Epiphone guitar.
So,
Little
this,
Les Paul.
for those who can't see it,
Well, I just want to know because, you know, I did give you a slide guitar, and you traded it for this one.
He did.
This is a Les
It's
Paul.
like a
It
sit-down?
It was for his birthday. I gave him a slide guitar, and
No, it's one of
he
those.
traded
is
it
a-
for that.
for
because
those who
my
can't
present
see this
wasn't
right
good
now,
enough.
and we do apologize, we will have our web cameras working eventually, but this is an Epiphone Les Paul. It's a sort of a mustard,
It's a Colonel Mustard yellow.
Colonel
They call
Mustard
it,
yellow.
They call it TV yellow.
TV yellow, which
What?
nobody knows
Kind
about.
of, it's kind of a cool name, you know.
TVs have been black ever since I've been
It's
around.
like, you know,
Yeah.
it's like a 50 style. You know,
Like,
like
the tube must be
TV.
going out in it.
Elvis must be in the building, ladies and gentlemen, because that's how yellow this thing is.
Yeah, it's nice.
But it's nice. It's got embroidered ED like on your side of your mailbox. He had that custom put
Embroidered.
on. Embroidered.
I had that custom put on by Walmart.
You gotta stop embroidering my
Travis never
mail.
took home ec.
Who embroiders their mailbox, Travis? He did-
That's true. Bejazzled.
You just make a
Bejeweled
little,
it.
make a little cozy for the
I
mailbox.
feel like I'm talking like Bill Cosby. He was
The Jello pudding.
So what are you gonna play for us? Is this something off your album coming up?
Yeah.
Well, I know you can't play it fully because your band's not here, but
No, this one I can play.
well, what's it called?
Play one of the songs that you actually
What is
sing.
this called though, so
yeah.
people can find out what it is? Or
Um,
whenever they come to the show, they can hear it and say, "Hey, I heard this."
This one's
And
called-
where can you get your album at?
Yeah, where can
well,
you get
we're gonna. I mean, we're gonna have it on iTunes. We're gonna have it on all the major.
When are you gonna release your album?
It's still up there, so
Is it gonna be next year?
it'll probably be at the end of this year. Yeah, we're still waiting. It takes a little while, so
You should do it right before Christmas so I can get one of my stocking.
I mean, I hope I can.
There's too many.
I'm just
the
glad you
problem
still
with
get a
Hank-
stocking.
The problem with Hank's stocking is it's so big that there's not enough gifts to go into the
No,
tree
it's
once
not.
you put the ones in the stocking.
No.
But go ahead, let's hear it.
All right, this is It's kind of a. We called it Blues Number One for a long time, just because we didn't have another name, and we still don't really have a name. I think on the album it's gonna be called Trash Can or something.
Trash Can by
Yeah.
Chain Smoking
Yeah.
Chain Smoking Hags. Let's hear it.
I don't love you no more. I don't need you no more. I don't love you no more. I don't need you no more. The record coming up. It's a little one I wrote.
Did you guys go through the effort of numbering in a specific manner?
That's all coming. Yeah, it's.
And I imagine you
It's
have
all
to
about- yeah, it's
imagine
all
you
hard.
play around with that at shows. You know, putting them in a certain order. You know, maybe a certain song that gets the crowd up, gets them moving, and then a couple of them make them think. Another one to get them moving.
We don't have songs that make you think.
I think, yeah, you have to.
I don't know,
no, we really do.
No,
Yeah.
not to
Chris,
you.
Chris
not-
Breck's version of Mama is a song that makes you think.
Yeah, he's got some good songs, man. Yeah, I mean,
Those are actual soul songs.
Yeah, there's some songs that, I don't know. We just have fun. That's what it's all about.
That's music.
Do you have any gigs in the future?
Yeah, we got 2 coming up in the next couple days. We got one at the Pensacola Craft Brew Fest. We're playing in the VIP section, so that's coming up this weekend on Saturday.
That's at the stadium, right?
Yeah, that's at Maritime Park, and then we're doing one down at the Handlebar on Tuesday night.
The handlebars on Tarragona.
Yeah, with a band called Bear With Me, and then a band called the Mo Bros. And so Mo Bros good. It's like a soul sounding rock and roll, so that's good. And Bear With Me's a local band. They got bluegrass
Yeah, cool friends with
influences.
them.
Yeah, some good buddies of ours. Play a lot of shows with them, so it's gonna be a good time. Anytime we play with them, we're a little bit different on our genre, but it's a lot of fun. We always have.
And they're like bluegrassy kind of country stuff. Real intricate and beautiful music. Definitely is.
Yeah, I've been. I might be joining in a little bit with that, but we'll save that for the future.
Who writes the lyrics?
It depends what song it is. So far, like most of our songs, it's either written by one of us in the band. It's just we kind of do it independently. And honestly, we haven't even worked that much together songwriting, but that's coming up. I mean, we're working on that because as we're coming up with this album, we've been playing these songs for a year, so we've got some stuff that we're not releasing yet, and we're just kind of holding back. And then once we get everything going, once we get the new album out, we might start playing a few of these new songs. But honestly, it probably won't be too long before you see our second album come out, and then we'll start playing those songs live, the newer ones.
Pensacola's always had a really, really great music scene, in my opinion. What are some of your favorite bands around here?
Dinosaur Days is a killer band, real killer. Bunch of good guys in that band. They have some good songs. Bear With Me, I love those guys. Broke Yokels, some other friends of mine. Knows Hank and all of us. We all grew up together, and they're playing country, bluegrass, folk music.
What type of music is most popular out locally?
It's hard to tell. I
You
mean,
don't know anymore because you're old, so yeah. Yeah, you have to be on
locally,
good
what's
music.
popular?
No, that's weird. Yeah, you said they said like I haven't been out.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I mean, locally, what's always been popular is cover music. I mean, you don't get that live sound a lot.
I've always felt Pensacola has a big punk scene. They've always had a punk scene, and it'll always be here.
It's not as big as it used to be, but they're building it back up. I mean, there's a couple good punk bands coming up.
Do you remember a local band? Local, maybe New Orleans. Lunchbox. They used to play. What was it downtown before World of Beers was there? Well, it was a blues bar.
Yeah, no,
It was,
I never really went in there.
I've got tons of old ones that I've just listened to.
Lunchbox
through the
was
years. I remember Fry Cook, Simpleton with Giovanni Lugo. Yeah, Allie's band. What's that one? Company of Ghosts. They're a really great band. They're around right now. How many members do you think they have? Like,
They fluctuate a lot. I don't know.
Now, do you grow your nails out so you can pick?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
you don't see this guy.
It's just,
but
yeah,
Eddie's
it's
fingers look like a vampire. Just one hand.
yeah, it's just that one
It's
hand on
a
four
classical
fingers.
thing.
It's not
I hear
classical.
that you do that though more for classical guitar.
You do, but I mean, it helps me pick these electric strings. Like, I don't really play classical too much, but it helps me out. It doesn't wear down your fingers as much. It's easier to play on. So.
Man, you got a 3-piece band. That's rough.
How's that rough?
I don't know. I feel like it's always so much easier if somebody is playing rhythm because if something fucks up, you got something to cover for it. And you know, most bands don't have more than 4 people.
I mean,
Do you have any drawbacks in just being a three-piece band?
none at all. I don't know why
You need to learn how to play the accordion.
Well, I mean, typically, a band does have 4 people.
I mean, it depends what bands you're looking at. I mean, we're the Chains.
I mean, normally you would have a bass, a
We're the
lead, a singer,
chain
and...
smoking
It seems
hags.
yeah, he was about
Yeah.
to.
He was about to say we're the chain smoking hags.
No, for
We
real.
don't need
He's
no
not-
4
He's
people.
I'm
not
about-
egotistical,
I'm
but...
about
I'm
to
not
empty
even
this
kidding.
chamber and buy
Yeah.
some cigarettes.
I'm not even kidding, man. Like, I mean, we're just our sound's big. Like that's why I said when I joined them, they were a 2-piece. They
God,
had
you're
a
so modest.
big sound then. Oh, dude, no, we're good. Like, I'm just.
I'm fucking with you.
Would you mind playing one more song?
I can play one more song. I can play one of my little softer tune a little bit.
You have a softer tune?
Yeah, it's
There's a
trash.
soft side of it.
There's a soft side of Eddie Adams.
Yeah.
Is it the front middle?
I want to welcome you to my
I think it's
lounge.
the front of the beard. What's the name of this song, Ed? You're not doing a very good job of announcing the name of your songs. You're like, yeah, I'll play a soft tune.
He's so into the music, he doesn't make moves.
That's true.
No, this
That's how cool he
that
is.
song. That's
With his square rimmed glasses and his BW.
shut up. No, this song's actually good. All our songs except for that one have a real name. This one's called Free, and I mean, like I said, softer. We'll always play this one. I'll tell you after we play it.
Alright, cool. Let's hear it.
We'll have to.
God, I hate that guy at the party who's like, yo, I'll play guitar, and he tunes it for an hour.
I know, right?
Just
plays the like the 5 notes and early notes.
After
out.
I've
Sorry,
seen
play
Eddie
one
while
song.
he's playing sit there and tune it. I can't do that.
Bluebird flying high. Don't feel bad for me. I ain't got no wings, but I'm still free. I've been set free.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, all right.
Very good.
Hell
What's the
yeah,
name of that
bro.
song, Eddie?
Sounds free.
If you don't like that song, there's something wrong.
Well,
That's
yeah,
groovy
definitely.
tune.
Oh,
Yeah, no
after
kidding,
we
right?
get done playing that, I'm always like, enough of that emo stuff. Like, let's
No
go.
way, dude. No way. That's
Yeah,
a-
that's not.
Well,
That's
like,
not good at all.
like you said earlier, they, you know, when it comes to the soft stuff, they're the fucking chain smoking hags, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's not their style right now.
I really would have
But-
expected a more raspy voice. Just the name implies.
And by the way, your falsetto's gotten better. I'll tell you that.
You don't hear that compliment enough. You don't hear that one. You don't often hear
Mine's gotten worse and yours has gotten better.
No, that's a great
Damn
song.
whiskey and
though.
cigarettes.
That really is.
Excuse me, sir. You sound like an angel. Are you an angel?
Pardon me. Did a unicorn and an angel just make love in front of us? You don't hear that compliment enough. You're right.
You don't hear that. Your falsetto was amazing. Soft.
Thank you.
It was soft.
That's like when
I
a
already
vegan,
said that.
that's like when a vegan comes up to you and says your chi is really centered. You're not really sure what they're talking about. You don't know if it's chi, chong,
I've never had anyone say that to me.
chi.
No,
So you did say at the end of the year your album will be able to be purchased.
Yeah, we're gonna have it on the major, well, iTunes is about it anymore, but iTunes, we're probably gonna try to get on Spotify too. Which it's not too hard to get all that stuff wherever. And then locally at
What's
shows.
Spotify?
Do you have any shows coming up?
Yeah, we
know
talked
nothing
about that already?
I don't know how that. What is Spotify?
Yeah, but
That's
you
a
need to
great
let them
question.
know to remind them.
Okay.
People's got an attention span like a
Alright.
goldfish's memory.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
are your next shows?
All right. November 16th. No, I'm sorry, November 15th. Pensacola Craft Brew Festival. November 18th. we're
Now, what's on
playing
November 15th?
Pensacola Craft Brew Festival.
If you were going to say you were going to have an upcoming show, what would that be
Shut up.
as far as date wise?
November 15th.
You're gonna bring a date to one of the festival?
Why are you bringing a date to your music festivals?
Look, I can do what I want. Throw 'em in there.
That's true. So he's going to be November 15th. He's going to be at the,
Pensacola Craft Brew Festival.
which is going to be a fun time.
Maritime Park.
For,
look it
every,
up
for
online.
everyone. I
For
feel
everybody.
like Travis is waiting for us to
Huge.
fill in the end of his sentences.
Yeah.
You've been around your kids too often, I think is what it is.
I think so. Well, I won't say that, but my wife's always wanting somebody to fill in. That's for sure.
So we're playing there. We're playing Handlebar, November 18th. That's Tuesday. From whatever, I don't know when this is gonna be released, but then we're playing December 1st at Sluggo's with a local act and then another touring act, and then we're gonna be back.
Who's the local act?
Band named Honey Gun. So they're like an alternative rock band. It's real good.
Are they similar
Well,
to
wait,
us?
alternative rock. It's not. That's a very broad.
Well, honestly, they're not similar to us. They're a different sound. They're good guys. They play good music, and that's all I'm about. I mean, last night we played a band called Post Pluto, and every time, man, they kill it. I mean, they're good band.
Post Pluto.
Yeah, everybody
That
in
is
the
a cool
band,
name.
super nice guys.
They're no chain smoking hags though.
No, dude, these guys make us look dumb.
Yeah, he's the fucking chain smoking ass.
That's true. He did say that.
But but we get these multi-genre shows going. And it's a bunch of good people wanting to have a good time, and that's what it's about. And
It's
that's
good to
what,
hear. It's
what
good
the
to see in
scenes. That's what the scene's
Pensacola.
going to. Yeah.
Are there any local acts that you'd like to work with that you haven't?
Yeah, Dinosaur Days. I'd like to work with them. The Spanks. I don't know if they're still a band though.
Dinosaur Days?
Yeah. They're cool, man.
They
got a
ride
cool
the
sound.
asteroid, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. They're really cool. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of the local bands. I don't want to show my cards though.
I'm not sure what that term means.
That's a poker term when you think you have the right
Yeah,
hand.
yeah.
I'm not a big gambler.
You don't want to show
I know when to hold
So
it, but
somebody-
I also
someone-
know
then
I
they
gotta
would
play
know-
cool. I don't want to fangirl out, you know.
And
I
then
know Kenny Rogers says I don't understand the song.
That's true. You know what's wrong with Kenny Rogers?
All right, Eddie,
His
play us
butthole's
out
on
with the
back of his
gambler.
head.
play a song with the gambler.
Got to know it. No, we can't for legal purposes.
Yeah, exactly.
We can't play over 30 seconds. of the
Geico
song.
would sue your ass over that.
Well, I really appreciate you guys having me on your first show and whatnot.
Absolutely.
That's kind of cool.
It's good meeting.
We
you.
I had no part of anything, but
Hank,
it was fun seeing you
anytime we
guys
can have
again.
Hank Adams on anything and record him for a little bit, it's always a pleasure. Eddie's now in the mode where he wants to only play guitar from here on out.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, we're about to get into this open mic jam and have
Yeah,
some
we're going to
time.
Goat Lips tonight. He's going to
So
play
be
some
there,
open mic.
because
And
you're
I'm
gonna
going
hear
to
this
drink
tonight.
Possible.
a bunch of beer.
Oh, it's posting right tonight.
I can.
Oh,
I think
nice.
there's a Facebook button here.
Yeah.
Facebook, you know what's great about Facebook? Not a lot.
And I hate to tell you guys this. What's the name of your podcast again? Because
Elegant Profanity.
Elegant Profanity. I'm going to look it up and start subscribing.
You're gonna look.
It's gonna take.
Hope you can find it. I hope you know where.
Yeah,
You're
it's
supposed
gonna
to say
take
I've
us.
listened to it for years.
It's gonna take us being out there and you liking
Do you have
it.
years worth of these? Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Yeah, we started.
Have you been
If-
just recording
If
yourself? on
tonight,
a
if
tape
tonight you
recorder?
got high enough to think that this was a year's worth of podcast, then yes, we have a podcast.
I've been drinking whiskey and beer.
But just another quick shout out to our sponsors.
Whiskey,
Bullet
And
Bourbon,
beers.
Key Soul.
Bullet Bourbon, yes, Bullet
Key
Bourbon.
Soul, of course.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Denny, you doing any stand up anytime soon?
Next Tuesday night at the Big Easy Tavern.
Big
open
Easy
mic?
Tavern
Easy,
on
cool.
Cervantes.
On Cervantes.
Are they still under renovation?
No.
I think they got it fixed.
What's funny is they
They're under
renovated and
renovation.
nothing changed.
Right. It's still a swingers club.
No, they
It's
changed,
still
like, the
every night.
It's
facade.
still a
Stop.
swingers club.
Anything else?
Eddie,
Are you doing
some
any
weird
other
stuff.
comedy other than
December 19th at the same bar, there's Roast of Santa Claus as well.
that? Roast of Santa Claus, that's going to be funny. Denny, what character are you going to be?
Kwanzaa Timmy.
Kwanzaa Timmy. He's going to be in straight Africa mode. It's going to be great.
All right, Denny and Travis.
Thanks to Eddie. Thanks to Hank.
Thanks, guys.
Just elegant.